Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. It is the year 2247, and if you've been following along, you saw in the last video the Screk entity was dealt a major defeat. The entire fleet was destroyed by crystalline entities again. It happened before, but it happened again. So hopefully nobody attacks us while we're rebuilding, but this is the star system where it happened. And if we look at the combat stats, the crystalline entity stats are there on the right, and you can see they were doing nothing but kinetic damage. So I'm going to go into my ship designer, and we now have the capability to build cruisers. So I'm going to design a cruiser. Unfortunately, I do not have shield technology just yet. On the bow, I'm going to go with an artillery bow. For the core, I'm going to go with a hangar core so we can launch scout wing attack craft. And then for the stern, I'm going to go with a broadside stern. So I don't know if shield technology came up in the technology tree and I ignored it, or if it just never came up, but I don't have shield technology, so that's unfortunate. But I'm gonna go with nuclear missiles on the artillery bow because they seem to be doing okay for us. I'm going to go with a mass driver on the stern section. That's kinetic weaponry. When I put in one large fusion reactor, that gives us almost enough power. So adding a medium one to that as well puts us well above the minimum. I'm going to change some of this core equipment. Add ion thrusters that will increase our combat speed, which hopefully will help, and then also add an advanced combat computer. Then we'll go ahead and fill in the rest of these slots with armor. Shields, I wish I could put at least one shield on here, but I don't have them. So it's all armor. And hopefully this will work out well. I don't have a cruiser assembly yard, so it's going to take quite a while to save up the necessary minerals. But in the meantime, we got a tradition point to spend, and we're able to close out the supremacy tree. Closing it out gives us extra fire rate, which will be good, but more importantly, we get our first Ascension perk. These top 6 are available. I was hoping to be able to get Master Builders because we have a mega structure in our space that's broken down and we could repair it, but we have to go with one of these top 6 here for our first point. I thought about one vision because that gives us extra unity, but we already have some boosts to our unity output. So I ended up going with technological ascendancy, which gives us extra research speed. It's always good to have extra research speed. Got to get that technology. Got to stay ahead in the tech race. And there we have our first Ascension perk.
Situation log updated.
I finally saved up enough minerals to go ahead and start building our first cruiser. It's going to take 124 days. It costs 562 minerals. But before that first cruiser was even finished, we got deflector technology. So now we can put shields on our ships here. So I'm going to go back into my ship designer, actually back into the spaceport menu, and cancel that cruiser. Then go back into the ship designer and put some shields on this bad boy. Deflectors anyway. I guess not technically shields. And watching this in hindsight, I am wondering if I should have put deflectors on every section of the ship. Right there I have one deflector in the front and one deflector in the back, and I did not put a deflector in the middle. I did end up adding 2 deflectors to the front because we'll be approaching those ships, those crystalline entities, head on, and we'll be taking shots while that's happening. So I don't know. I may have made a major mistake right there. I really don't know how that works. But now we are building our new cruiser design. It will take 124 days, and it costs 568 minerals to do this. So I still don't have cruiser assembly yards at this point. And so eventually, instead of being completely defenseless, we are only almost completely defenseless. We have one cruiser. Now it's time to recruit a new admiral. We have 3 available admirals. I think I ended up going with the youngest one. Longer sensor range, faster sublight speed, and they're younger, so they'll live longer. So now we have a new admiral. And slowly we began to rebuild our once proud fleet that was totally destroyed.
Complete.
We haven't forgotten about you, crystalline entities. We are coming for you. Are we ready? Only time will tell. But not long after that, we actually got the technology to build cruiser assembly yards, and I saved up the necessary minerals to do so. So this should, once these assembly yards are finished, it should make the cruisers faster to build and cheaper to build. So let's take a look at that when the assembly yard is done. Take a look, and now the cruiser will take 99 days and cost 511 minerals, so that's good. So not a whole lot has happened in this video, but here in the year 2251, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. We're rebuilding our fleet. Hopefully nobody attacks anytime soon. We'll see what happens in the next video, but for now, as always, thanks very much for watching.